Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, President Merchants Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Sri Namit Bajoria, Senior Vice President, Merchants Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Sri Lalit Beriwala, Member of the Merchants Chamber of Commerce, Preeti Surekha, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a moment of immense pleasure for me to be a part of this gathering today. It is a unique moment as I stand here today. I am here to speak on the subject, as you all know, the ethos of Indian Constitution, unity in diversity. In a city like Kolkata, which is known for its rich political and cultural heritage, and to a gathering which includes the best of brains in industry and commerce, frankly speaking, this itself is the biggest example of the principle unity in diversity. Normally, I have seen chambers organize events suitable to their business and trade interests. But here I find a deviation by your chamber. I am extremely happy that your chamber has chosen to enlighten our people about the constitutional ethos. Ladies and gentlemen, I am also happy to know that your organization is more than 120 years old chamber, which started its journey in an environment of national upsurge, and its prime objective has been to provide a sense of integrity, secularity and idealism to the business community of India, and you all have been able to do so by the strength of our constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, Indian Constitution is more than a principle to be adhered to. In the Indian context, it is almost a way of life, for it is heavily inspired by the traditions and culture of our land. The subtle impact of this culture and heritage can be inevitably perceived in our constitution. We all know that since ancient times, our country has seen many rulers and kingdoms with varied ideologies ruling this land. One of the biggest impacts of such a political scenario has been that we have come to accept diversity in our lives. It was this sense of acceptability which has formed the essence of our constitution. The concept of our Sarva Dharma Samabhav, which is intrinsic to our culture, is also the guiding light for our constitutional values. The secular credentials which our constitution has established are based on these principles, and thereby forming the sound foundation of a unified country, even though diverse in its religion and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, as we open the Indian Constitution, the very first thing which we come across is the preamble and the words socialist, secular and democratic, words prominently placed and in fact in one sentence. It is almost like reading them in one breath. Even the subsequent lines ensure that the Indian Constitution secures to all its citizens liberty, equality and fraternity. These words are not mere expressions, but the basic pillars of our Constitution, which make our Constitution one of its own kinds in the entire world, the constitution for world's largest democracy. But they also signify that it recognizes that our country is, though home to different ethnicities, but our constitution provides the freedom to practice their own belief systems. It is the firm belief of our political and constitutional system that in spite of these differences, we are one country, unified and together. Ladies and gentlemen, the very first article of the Constitution in very clear terms specifies that India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. It simply means that the geographical unity of our country shall remain intact. The borders and territory of India will continue to be maintained irrespective of the internal or external pressures that may appear from time to time. The states and the union territories will and always remain a part of India, thereby underlining the spirit of unity of our country. Even beyond the preamble, the various articles time and again reiterate the principle of unity and diversity. The Constitution of India is the custodian of our pluralist society and respects its various cultures and ethnic groups. People coming from different linguistic and cultural backgrounds enjoy the protection of equality and social justice as ingrained in the fundamental rights of the Constitution. Article 29 of the Constitution puts an obligation on the state to protect the culture and tradition of various ethnic groups. It is no coincidence that this article was not only written in our Constitution but also has been demarcated as a fundamental right, something which cannot be abrogated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian Constitution defines us as a secular country. This means that the state will not profess, practice, or align with any religion, but it will protect and respect all the religions in the society. As per Article 25 of the Constitution, the people are allowed to preach and propagate any religion. The state is not empowered to interfere in the religious matter of the public. Further, the state is directed to ensure that there shall be no discrimination on the ground of religion against any person. All these can be easily cited to support the view that the founding members of the Constitution were well aware of the diversity and multiplicity in our society and took all measures to maintain and protect this uniqueness through the tenets of our Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, our diversity can further be comprehended by the fact that we are a land of innumerable languages and dialects. It is a common saying in Hindi that कोस कोस पर बदले पानी और चार कोस पर वाणी. It means that just as taste of water changes every few miles, the dialect also changes every 8 miles. This proverb shows the diversity which is intrinsic since many ages and that these differences have been part and parcel of our lives. Living up to this tradition, our Constitution has an entire schedule talking about the various languages that would be recognized in our country. India must probably be the only country in the world to have recognized as many as 22 languages. It shows that we as a country are not prescriptive by nature. In fact, some of these languages have been added as amendments to the Constitution. It is this tendency of recognizing the aspirations of all people that makes our country a true democracy. The will of the people is considered most significant in a true democracy, and we strongly abide by this principle. Ladies and gentlemen, even the economic system of our country is a healthy combination of free principles and welfare state. While Article 19 gives the freedom to pursue any profession, it does not stop the state to follow the principle of welfare society for the underprivileged sections of the society. Undoubtedly, Indian Constitution conforms to accommodating diverse aspirations and yet tying them together in a single thread. It fills me with great pride that I belong to a country which is standing strong on the principle of unity in diversity. My legal profession gave me deep insights into our Constitution, which helped me while pursuing my duties first as Governor of a state and subsequently as the President of the country. During my stints, I always tried to adhere to the principle of unity, no matter how diverse the canvas may be. At Rashtrapati Bhavan, I ensured that all cultures and festivals of different beliefs and religions were observed. Be it Deepavali or Christmas, my wishes were always extended to all Indians alike. In fact, such movements make us realize the rich legacy which we as Indians are carrying on and which we are immensely proud of. It is not without any reason that the age-old adage of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or the world is one family, has been identified as the principle for India's G20 presidency. I am sure that our tenets of unity will provide an inspiration to people of multiple nationalities. India has been an example since ages, and now it is time to take on the world stage and led by example. Thank you. Jai Hind.